This presentation is controversial and may be offensive to some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
I got a story for you guys. I do. I got a story. However, this story kind of takes place. It doesn't take place, in the the pinnacle of my youth, which I guess would probably be now. But you know, it takes place about 6 months ago. So yeah, and it involves my friend Devin.
You guys know Devin. See? Bing. There's Devin.
And for the purposes of this video, I've been asked not to name who this is. I asked him, I needed his permission first. He said, you can tell the story, but don't name him, don't give my name out. We have people who know me. So, for the purposes of this story, I'm going to refer to him as Kenny. So, about 6 months ago, Devin and I and Kenny, we took a trip down about 3 hours south from where we live, to Kingston, New York. And when we were down there, we were chilling out with a friend of ours. Devin was down there, canoodling with a friend of ours. And while we were down there, Kenny happened to know a girl who lived down there. So he asked if Devin and I could drive him to go pick her up. No problem. Now, what we didn't know is that he had only talked to this girl before. He had never actually seen her. He'd seen pictures, but we all know what that does. Yeah. So he had only seen pictures of this girl, and he was like, she looks okay in her pictures, but I don't know yet. So we're driving to go get her, and you hear Kenny in the back, and he goes, if she's, really bad, just keep driving. I will pay you to keep driving. He had the money in hand. He was ready to go. He was ready to go. This was the deal being made. A deal that I respectfully declined. I said, nay, good sir. If you're dragging us out here to go get this girl, you are stuck with her. We are going to stick you with her. And that's what we did. That's what we did. So, yeah. So we drive up, and you can see from the window of the truck that it's pretty bad. She was pretty bad. Really bad. It almost resembled to me the concept of a hillbilly baboon. And I'm not saying redneck baboon because, my best friend is a redneck. I am redneck. It's an insult to say that hillbilly is better than redneck. This woman, this thing, was a straight hillbilly monkey. And as terrible as that probably sounds, if you saw her, that's probably the first thing you would think of too. I mean, it was really, really bad. It looked like her brother was probably her father. It was pretty bad. Now, Devin and I, being the great friends that we are now looking the other way, laughing at each other, like we're just like staring at each other, dying because it's that bad. It's so bad. And then an idea pops in my head. So I get out of the truck, and she's standing out by the driveway, and Kenny is in back. And I go, hello. Well, hi. I'm Swag. That's what everybody calls me. Your chariot awaits you. Your prince, he's in the back. And I don't know if it's funny. I thought it was hilarious. Devin thought it was like one of those you had to have been there things. You had to have been there to witness how hilarious this whole thing was. But it gets worse, I promise. I get back in the truck, and she goes, hey, you gotta get out to come meet my dad. And oh my God, did Devin and I have to hold our laughter so much. After they went inside, I was damn near the point where I started having to hit my head on the dashboard because it was just that funny. I could not handle it. I couldn't do it. Neither could he. It was just hilarious. So after about like 5-10 minutes inside the house, we're starting to wonder where he is. And then I get a text message from him that says, I think she might be half retarded. Now I'm laughing because I mean, you can say that that's offensive, but you have no idea. So she gets out. They come out of the house. They come with the truck to get the truck, and we're driving back to the house. So, I look over at Devin, and I was like, Dev, hey, man. I was like, I got an idea. Now, we had to go pick up our friend from work. She worked until, like, 4 o'clock. So, I got this idea. I was like, Deb, let's drop them off at the house. I was like, you and we can go grab her from work. I was like, I want to see where this plays out. I was like, I want to see how this works. What's going to happen here? And oh my God, I'm glad I did. Now, I warn you, the contents from this point on are kind of mortifying, and it's hilarious. So on the way back to the house, she's talking, and I'm realizing how stupid she really is. It's annoying. That's the level of stupidity. It's downright annoying. At one point, she showed me a picture of 2 4-wheelers having sex. I don't know. I don't get it. So, whatever. He sends me a text from the back, and it says, "Scratch that. She's completely retarded." And I have to stifle my laughter yet again. Finally, we get to the point where we can drop her off at the house with him. And Devin and I leave to go pick up our friend. So we are at her place of work, sitting in the parking lot, waiting for her to get out. It's like 4:30 at this point. She hadn't got out yet. You know what I'm saying? So we're waiting, and then I get a text message from Kenny. And I remember I read the text message, and before even getting a chance to explain it to Devin, I burst out in a fit of laughter so intense that everybody in her workplace was looking out the windows, staring at me because I had to open the door to the truck because I thought I was going to fall out. I was laughing so hard. Like, I opened, it was just really bad. Oh my God. So, basically, he went to the bathroom. Like, she went to the bathroom, and she called him in there, and he's like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. He goes in there, and get this. Are you ready? Get this. She gave him head while she was going to the bathroom. Yeah. So he texted me freaking out because he's like, I think I'm going to throw up. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. And I naturally, the first thing I send is, holy crap, I'm going to die. I can't even handle it. You guys have seen it. On a scale of 1 to even, I can't. That's how bad it was. So I was like, Kenny, why did you do it? What possessed you to think that this was a good idea? Now, if you've ever seen the movie Sex Drive, you'll get this joke. Basically, he goes, make her go away. I feel like Sex Drive is my life. Which had me dying even more because we had just watched that movie like the day before we left. Couldn't even handle it for real. I was rolling beyond belief. It was hilarious. Hilarious. I was like, I'm sorry, man. You're stuck with her until like tomorrow. And he didn't reply for a minute, and then very seriously he goes, David. That's how I know he's serious. He used my first name. He goes, David. ... Now, at the point in your life when your friend texts you with the triple dot after your name, it's serious. Shit just got real. Shit just got very, very real. You better be prepared to take responsibility for what's going on. I didn't. I promptly respond with, you did this. There's no turning it off now. You're stuck with her. It's done. It's over. And so he's whining and complaining. And then I was like, well, was it at least enjoyable? I was like, was it at least something that you could look back on and reflect? Now, I'm being sarcastic because I know very well this is not something he's going to look back on and be like, oh, fucking sun comes down, God touches your finger. That's not going to happen. Not going to happen. This is probably going to be something he buries deep in his subconscious and never, ever thinks of ever again. And I don't blame him. So I asked him, I was like, was it at least enjoyable? I was like, did you at least enjoy it? And he goes, no, she kind of smelled like poo. Kind of smelled like bunghole. Which you can only imagine has Devin and I dying even harder. And now Devin's laughing with me, and everybody in our friend's place of work is staring at us because we're these two idiots sitting inside of a truck in the parking lot, just dying for what appears to be no reason at all. Like, it's terrible. So he texts me back, and he goes, I'm thinking about locking her outside. Now, you can only imagine the reaction. Now we're laughing even harder. I can't breathe. My chest hurts. I feel like I'm dying. I was like, I'm going to die, Kenny. I was like, but you can't do that. You can't do it. You can't lock her outside. I was like, that would cause too many problems. I was like, we'll come back, and there will be a crazy woman outside of the house, and she's going to try to kill you. I was like, we're going to get back there, and she's going to, she's going to, get on all fours, turn full toad style, and just, do triple backflips through the front of the truck, and just, pick it up with her crazy hillbilly strength, and throw it. Next thing you know, we got, a War of the Worlds going on. And it's nuts. We got, a female. Watch her be the female rendition of, Hancock or something. She's the female Superman, except, shitty and evil. It'll be bad. She's like the female Bizarro. She's just gonna pick up the truck and crush it between her giant and pig hooves. It'll be bad. Now his answer to that is, but if I lock her outside, she's like, our friend who is a female, she'll be home to deal with it. She'll be home to take care of it. I was like, that's not gonna happen. I was like, because we now at this point she had gotten out of work, and I wanted to see how far this was gonna go. So I lied like a champ. I said, no, man, she's working till 5:30. Now, at this point, it is 4:30, 4:45. I was like, she's working till 5:30. Yeah. In reality, I wanted to see how it played out, and I wanted to see the mall. I wanted to go to the mall and see what, the Kingston Mall was like. Confusing and disappointing, by the way. Not a very good mall. So, I was like, no, I gotta see how this plays out. She's working till 5:30. I was like, you're stuck with her till then. So he's pouting. Oh, fiddlesticks. No. So at this point in the situation, I have two choices. I can be the kind, caring, and respecting friend that I have been born to be. I can go back there, I can throw her out, and everything will be great for me. And Kenny, and Devin, I guess. Or on the other hand, I can leave him there, and we'll see how it plays out. Kind of be a dick about it. I chose to leave him there. Yeah. So I respond with the most disgusting thing that I could think of. It was absolutely terrible. I said, go get you some of that roach-filled meat grease. Which, saying that now, is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So he texts me back and he goes, no, nigga. Yes, nigga. So he sends me another text message, and it says SOS. I was like, holy crap, this must be actually really serious. I was like, he's probably scared for his life right now. I was like, I gotta be a good friend. I was like, I can't be a dick about it. I gotta be a good friend now. So I sent him another text message that read, the wireless subscriber you were trying to reach is currently unavailable. Please try again later. And that was the last thing I said to him. He started blowing up my phone. And he's like, that's funny, you man, screw you. And he's yelling at me. And that's the last thing I said. I stopped responding altogether. He ended up getting her to leave. But since that day, we have dubbed that instance that happened on the toilet, we have dubbed that the Golden Blow. Yeah. So you see, the moral of the story is that, I guess just don't get head while she's on the toilet. That's really gross. Yeah. And by far, he has to live with that. He has to live with the memories of what he has done. Yeah. Yes, he does. So that's all I got. That's all I got for you guys today. I suppose that, this is. I hope you enjoyed the story. Yeah.